Good afternoon, everyone. It's Nick Libert with EXIT Realty, and I am very excited to be showing you today a couple different things about our technology, about our toolkit we give all of you for free. So when we started the office nearly 10 years ago, obviously at the beginning, we were nowhere near as big or as resourceful as we are today, and we really could only give you a great commission split and the 10% residual bonuses. And that was great, but it wasn't quite everything I felt we needed. And over time, we've added some really important tools to our toolkit, dot loop being a huge one of those, so your complete transaction management and electronic signing from start to finish is there for you for free at the premium level. We have a great front-end website for every single one of you. It's, I think, really beautiful, can be adjusted. You can do a blog on there. A lot of different customization, have your listings all on there, and then these websites they do for you for each listing so you can advertise and grow your business. The full VOW and IDX. I love our front-end websites, but the thing I'm most passionate about of everything we give you is on the CRM. The CRM product, I think, is fantastic. It's now completely mobile. You can be working on this on your iPad from anywhere else. And so we have just a little bit of a background I want to give you first on it before we go into everything else. So you actually have two secrets, and that makes it a little confusing for some people. Market Leader is our vendor that does our front-end websites, and we also have a product called Promo Shop, which is from Market Leader, and it's branded to EXIT. So they are basically an identical product. You can't tell the difference between the two once you log into them. So what we want to do today is show you how to do your monthly e-newsletter, but I wanted to very quickly explain to you why we're going to be using the Market Leader branded version of this more and more. So what I like about Promo Shop and Market Leader, both of them, is that the CRM is super. What I really like about this at the same time is that you have the opportunity with Market Leader to, when you are advertising on your website, so you're getting people to look at your sub-websites for each listing that you have, or that you are sending them through your front page of your website to sign in and look at the MLS, anything like that that's happening. Here's what's happening. You can, they're going to then send you their email address. So they're going to log in and register. If you're using Promo Shop, eventually over time, you're importing all this information from Market Leader into Promo Shop, and it makes it kind of clunky. Whereas if you are straight up from the beginning using Market Leader for everything, for your front-end website and your CRM, they're already going to be in your Market Leader so that you don't have to transfer them over to Promo Shop. That's my recommendation to you. However, a lot of us are still using the Promo Shop branded version. Either way, they are all the same when you get it on the back end. If you're using Promo Shop, the newsletter comes out on the 20th of every month. So the 20th of every month, we've got it marked in your calendar for you. That is tomorrow. So that's why we're having this training for you today, to just remind you and show you as I do mine. Remember, I'm in the field with you, so I love to remain accountable to you and show you the tool as I'm using it, hopefully to the betterment of your business as well. If you're using the Market Leader branded version, straight up through Market Leader, you will, those newsletters go out on the 10th of the month. So my commitment to all of you is, no matter when you're doing your newsletter, that you will have something to point them to, something to point the consumer to and get them excited about. This month, what I think they'll get excited about, or what I hope you'll consider using, is that we have that wonderful event at Design Within Reach next Wednesday. So if you remember, we're doing our consumer education series. Well, that's the fourth Wednesday of every month, strategically, from 6 to 8 p.m. So guess what? Whether your newsletter comes out on the 10th or the 20th, you have the opportunity to send them this wonderful piece. And so right here in, I've done a video for this as well. I'll talk to you about that video in a second. But this is the Eventbrite. I sent it out to all of you earlier today. Very nice Eventbrite, so that you can start sending this to people via text, direct emails to them. But obviously, one of the easiest ways to get this event out to people and get them excited about it, whether they're going to show up or not, it's a way for you to touch people, to reach out to people. So I'm really, really wanting you to use these events. I'm paying for them. The office is paying for them, throwing them, doing them for you. Get these done for you events out there so you don't have to reinvent the wheel and do these yourself. It's going to be a beautiful event next Wednesday, and I think the perfect staging piece, get it a little bit, staging piece, because we're talking about staging at the event. Boy, I'm cheesy today, aren't I? So what we're going to do is add this to our newsletter. So let's talk about the newsletter. If you are in Promo Shop, you're just going to log in through exitrealty.com, and here's your back end. And look, right at the top, they've got Exitize Me, the Exitize Me button, and then you're going to click on My Promo Shop. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I've actually already done it in a separate window. If you are going in through Market Leader to do this, if you're going to use your Market Leader version of it, you just go into your front of your website. So it's maybe your name at exitsellschicago.com. You could also just go to exitsellschicago.com or your specific domain name. No matter what, here's your Market Leader front end website, and all the way at the bottom, there's the admin login, okay? So depending on whether you've uploaded your contacts to Market Leader or Promo Shop, and that's up to you which one you've done it in, and you can always migrate from one to the other. If you care for one or the other, they look identical, so it shouldn't matter. But again, my advice is eventually we're all working in the Market Leader branded product, because the Market Leader branded product is also where people are incoming to your website, and they also give you 7,500 emails a month through Market Leader versus only 5,000 for Promo Shop. So just some thoughts there. Either way, here's how the back end screen looks on both. So there's the home screen showing up the new contacts that have been imported or that have signed up. Your actual contacts are there. I'm not going to show you today how to import contacts. It's pretty easy. You can either do it literally individually. You can type in and create a contact. You can import contacts. There's a whole different class for that on that for you. Listings, if you want to create flyers for listings. Again, this is not that class. I have that on my YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube channel if you need to do that. But what we are going to do today is we are going to talk about marketing. So let's go to the Marketing Center for just a minute. And in the Marketing Center, right at the top is the monthly newsletter. So let's click on that. And once we're in the monthly newsletter, we're going to go down to this month. Now, if you can see over time, my newsletter has evolved. At the beginning, first month of this, I didn't even have a title. Then I started doing titles. Then I started doing videos. So these really evolved over time. I would recommend, I'd love for you to do a video or at least some sort of introduction with a link, an invitation to something. So February I did how to file your homeowner's exemption. In April, I was talking about our spring summer education series, our first part of it, saying join us. Again, house hacking, we did that event. So I'm really trying to push people into some sort of event. So July, it's another event invite. It's going to be from this month. And I'm going to actually, I like the title that I had here. So Design and Staging Happy Hour, July 2019, Real Estate News from Nick Libert. Now, I'm cutting and pasting. You could obviously also just type this in there manually, but this is the name of our monthly newsletter. So I tend to make mine a little bit longer. You could have something simple like you're invited or you're invited to this event, however you want to do it. I'm not picky on titles. I just want you to customize the subject line of your newsletter. Good gosh, at the very least, do that. So you can click on Personalize to go in to do this. However, I think the safest bet to do first is click Save and Continue. The reason why that you want to click Save and Continue first is because a lot of people forget later to go back and configure the newsletter. So in other words, they go in and they fix the newsletter, they press the button called Personalize, but then if you do that and save it, and you don't go back and save this screen at the bottom called Save and Continue, you then lose the newsletter. You lose at the very least the subject line, if not the whole newsletter. So you've got to save it twice. So I recommend saving it out here first so you get this part saved, and then you go ahead and personalize it. And I'd recommend going back and saving it on the front end again anyway. I'm very, very sensitive to saving it because I myself have forgotten to do that before. And what a shame that you've spent all this time and you forget one thing and then it doesn't show up the way you want it. So the newsletter, it's pre-written for you. It's very simple graphic-wise because it's meant for you to be able to adjust it and do other things. If you don't like your picture, you can change it in your Market Leader or your Promo Shop under the preferences. But once it's in there, it automatically uploads here. I've obviously added some additional things myself, but these articles are pre-written for you. If you don't like them, take them out. If you want to write your own, you can write your own. It's literally cut and paste like a Microsoft Word or a Microsoft Publisher document. Easy, easy, easy. So at the very least, again, I'd love for you to do your just some sort of introduction and an invite. Some sort of introduction and an invite. So here we go. I'm going to do that, just that headline again, and maybe say instead of July 19 real estate news, so I've already got that up at the top, real estate news from Nick Libert, maybe say you're invited instead because we already have that part. So you're invited, design and staging happy hour next Wednesday. So again, I don't think this the first article was that great. I'm going to probably knock this article out, and so I'm literally just going to go like this, get rid of the article, and I'm going to replace it with my video. So see how easy that is to get rid of something you don't like? Wow. All right. Do not, I've learned this from trial and error, do not place a video or anything else in this gray area. See this gray area? That is meant to not be touched. So we do not put things there. If you put things there, especially a video, the video will not play. I learned that 1 month the hard way. But it's very easy to add text. So you can just literally type in here, blah, 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 and then you could add the actual. So if you say, here's the link to my event, blah, blah, blah. But I don't want to do that. I actually want to insert today a video. Now, I'm probably going to still put the event information below this video. So I'm going to give myself a little extra space. But here I am, about to insert a video. This is the coolest thing about this. This embeds video and it plays on almost any device. So insert video. Look at this. I've already made the video. Now, here I am with my $30 tripod and my friend Brock, who's actually going to be our speaker at this event. You can have a video be an hour long in a lecture if you really think somebody's going to sit there on your newsletter for an hour. Or you can have a quick, hey guys, here's my monthly update. I'm really excited for what's going on in the market. You can check out all of my different information. I've done some of my past videos. So this was our Eventbrite. I'm going to close this to make it go away here. Actually, I'll probably just add one thing. And by the way, guys, just a moment's note real quick. Check out if you need a little bit more help on all this stuff, check out our coaching blog. It's just you go to teamlibert.com and it opens up our office, our private coaching blog, which is through Facebook. And then go over here. You've got tons of files that you can look at. And especially if you're looking at specific things like doing the newsletter, go through and check out all the different sections we've got. We've got tremendous amounts of information for you guys, almost too much. Some people have said, well, I guess what, guys, I'm just going to keep putting stuff in here. If you want to learn how to do an Eventbrite, click on doing an Eventbrite. There's so much information in here. We're going to even have this video in the coaching blog here very soon. But that's not why we're here today. We are here today to show you how to do your newsletter. So I've got samples. If you want to go to the next level and do these videos, I've got samples of what videos I've done. This is my YouTube channel. Go under playlists and click on monthly real estate update from Nick. And we don't want to see that old one, but that was my first one. That was my happy holiday message. And I've got how many now? I think 9 of them, one for every month, up until today's. And so today's I did this design within reach, welcoming you. Now I mentioned my name and I mentioned EXIT Realty. I invite you on behalf of everyone at EXIT. So if you want to really quickly get a video done today and you don't have time to do one yourself, guess what? Just do this. You can actually just share my video to your newsletter as well. I have no problem with that. I'd love for you to do it. So you literally just click on, I'm going to have you play the EXIT video again just for a second. So here's me and my friend Brock, and we are going through just inviting you. And then below it, it has the text that you may want to say in your actual newsletter as well. So you can cut and paste that text. But how do you get the video in there? Let me show you. You click on share. You click copy. It's pretty easy, guys. And then you go in back into the newsletter, and it says submit your video URL. It has to be a YouTube or a Vimeo video. Very few of us have Vimeo. Most of us have YouTube. The channels are free. Go ahead and create yourself a channel tonight. Okay, look at that. Wow, there's my video. You're invited. Design and staging happy hour. Now I'm going to make this video big because I know that this is going to be on people's mobile phones. And I'm going to go ahead here. And then below that, just as I said I would, because maybe somebody doesn't want to play a video and see my orange face on there, they may want to just read about it. So they can read about it. Here we go. There's all that information, blah, blah, blah. Let's make sure that cuts and pastes correctly. And see, that did not cut and paste the last part of that, which is the Eventbrite. So we want to make sure to get that part in. We're going to do a hyperlink for that. So let's go into my Eventbrite that I just said we could get out of. And that's tickets, so that's not where you want to be. And by the way, I did send this to you guys directly, the information for the event, so that you can go ahead and not have to go through what I'm going through right now. You have that in your inbox. So just go ahead and get that in your inbox. And here is that event again. So now I've got that big, long, ugly thing here, which that's just the way Eventbrite works. I'm sure you could use a bit.ly and reduce that text, but I don't have time to do that today. I am getting this done, and that's what I want you guys to do. So there is my little intro paragraph, and there is the actual event link, and I'm going to do a hyperlink to that. How do I do that? All right, I highlight that information, and I go up here, and I create a link. There's the URL. I'm going to paste it. Okay. And then title, if I want to, Eventbrite link. Target, new window, none. I'm just going to keep it right in there. Well, maybe we want to open it in a new window. So we'll say new window. Or you can change it back to none depending on whether you want it to stay in there. In other words, you'd lose them out of the newsletter. I'm going to, I think, for today, go into a new window, and that way we can go back to the newsletter if they'd like. Okay? So now that it's hyperlinked, it shows me it's hyperlinked, and I've deleted that other story. I've got all the additional stuff that's already there. Got my website. I'll show you how to add your properties in there as well, even though it's pretty automatic. So we're going to go ahead now and do what? You can preview it first, and this is pretty cool. You can send a test email that's either, look, on your left-hand side, you're going to see how people see this. So there's desktop, and then there's mobile. And look, I have a spelling error. Isn't that important to catch? So back to editing. Woo, you guys didn't tell me that. Wednesday. Take me back to elementary school. And you notice, guys, come on, there are little red squiggly marks that tell you if you spelled something wrong. So I should have caught that. So let's go ahead and preview again. And again, you can include showcase properties. Why would you not want to? And then you're going to be able to get this out to yourself. So I'm really excited about what that will look like for you guys. This is so easy. We've not been on this call more than 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. We're not quite done. Save as. Now look, it did not save the newsletter outside. They saved the name for the public. But then internally, they want me to save the name as well. And you know what? I'm going to call it the exact same thing, just for my own information. Okay? Save. My design is being saved. So now that it's saved, I'm going to exit. And now that now it says edit. See, it doesn't say personalize anymore. That means it's been saved. And now, just in case, I'm going to click on save and continue again. And it's now been sent, or now been saved. Okay, more. Add or remove contacts. Very important. If you save it and it's not going to anyone, that's a problem. So I would recommend you guys go in here and you would send it to as many people as possible. Now, right now, here's what I've got. 914 people. This is my personal one. So I'm going to open up to you guys where my database is right now. 914 people. I have at one point or another sent a CMA to, sold their house, sent a search to, or bought a house. So 914 people over time. And then I have 116 people that I consider VIPs that have not bought through me. That is my world right now. Now, that world needs to grow, I think. Some of you guys have 50, some of you guys have 500. You can have up to, in Promo Shop, 5,000 people getting these emails. In Market Leader, 7,500 people getting these emails. But my philosophy is if I can't walk past them in the grocery store and know them and say hello to them, I probably shouldn't be sending them a newsletter. I want to at least have some sort of relationship. So at this point, that's where my stuff is. And again, you can individually add people or just add groups quickly. Work with us at the office. We can help you with that. And there's some really cool stuff coming with Google Sync that's going to blow your mind. So stay tuned for that. Market Leader is just exploding with us and really helping us, doing some cool stuff. So that is the newsletter, guys. That is it. If you have any questions, let me know after this class. This is also going to be recorded. It's going to be added to my YouTube channel, and it's also going to be added to, so there's my YouTube channel, guys. It's youtube.com/Nick Libert, and then the coaching blog, teamlibert.com. One more word of advice. If you are out and about this weekend and you are trying to boost your listings, let me give you a word of advice. I'm going to show you my business page. I think whether you are boosting your posts on your business page and your Instagram, or you are just talking about your real estate, you need to always have a call to action. And the call to action, in my mind, should be linked back to some sort of call capture, some sort of lead capture. So if you go on my business page or my personal page, I put the same stuff on both because I realize my personal page is where all my friends are. My business page is where I'm boosting beyond my natural database. Watch what I'm doing. So this is my latest boost. And again, I've got some boosts. 591 people already hit. This will probably hit about 5,000 over time. I have pictures of my latest listing along with the open house information and the description. And instead of saying, contact me for more information and hoping they do, I have a link. Where does that link go? To my Market Leader website, that sub-website for that listing. And there is where I'm going to trick them. As much as I love having people just look at my website and not ever contacting me, I want them to contact me. I want to build a rapport with them. Because all of a sudden now they are in my web when they are on this stuff. So they're in here, and if they want to get more information, they've got to contact me. They've got to schedule a showing. It's branded to me. Every single one of you has a page for every single one of your listings. The minute it hits the MLS, along with these amazing flyers that go out, guys. If you need any flyers for your listings, good Lord, guys, just go click on listings, and it's got flyers for every single one of your listings. So do the page for every single one of your listings. So you just go into the listing, and literally you can click on the actual website for the listing. So you've got the listings over here. Watch this. You sit there and you can go on Facebook. You can go, if it's in Market Leader, you click on the Market Leader link and it's got the website right down here. I'm in my promo shop. That's another change between the two. And then you've got all the different marketing material you can make. You will blow your mind with all of it. Watch this. So when you go in, you also can do, just don't click on email and print. You want to make sure that listing enabled is checked, and I want to do flyers. And look at all the different flyers that pop up and populate automatically. You can edit them to your heart's content as well. So guys, this weekend, number one, make sure that tonight you get your newsletter done. Number two, if you're doing open houses, if you're doing any sort of talking about your listings, or if you're just saying, hey, come use me as your realtor, make sure that you are sending them to your office-provided free Market Leader website or the sub-website for that specific property. And if you are making flyers on your own, why are you wasting your time? We have an in-house graphic designer that does wonderful work for you for free that we pay for, but they should be doing more of your social media posts, more of your brag board type stuff, because this stuff, guys, is already done for you. Hope this was beneficial for you. I appreciate your time. Any questions, let me know. I will talk to you again very soon. Have a wonderful weekend.